Hey everyone, welcome. So glad you could join me today on this August 17th, 2023. Where's the year going, right? Now, I got to hand it to the House Oversight Committee Chair, James Comer. He's on a quest for a holy grail of political intrigue, documents, and communications where our very own Joe Biden played dress up with names like Robert Peters and Robin Ware. I mean, seriously, Joe, are we talking about vice president or a wannabe international man of mystery? I can just see him now in his trench coat and fedora, sneaking around Capitol Hill muttering, "The name's Peters. Robert Peters." Wait, gets a little juicier. This whole charade apparently revolves around Biden's official duties intersecting with his son, Hunter's, Ukrainian escapades. It's like a family reunion at the crossroads of international diplomacy and sketchy political deals. Hey, Dad, want to play catch or maybe just leverage some foreign aid? Yeah. Let's not forget the email that's making waves. Biden's schedule, including a powwow with the president of Ukraine, sent to none other than Robert L. Peters. Can you imagine Biden coming up with his secret pseudonym? Let's see. I'll go for something plain and forgettable like Robert. Nah, too common. Robin? Too superhero. I got it. Robert L. Peters. That's smooth. Smooth, Joe. Real smooth. But here's the pièce de résistance. Hunter Biden's magical ride on the Burisma roller coaster, where he raked in $83,000 a month for reasons that still baffle us all. I mean, talk about a golden ticket. Hunter had his very own political wonderland, right? But wait, there's more. Biden allegedly threw his weight around to get Ukraine to show a prosecutor the door, a prosecutor who just a prosecutor who just happened to be snooping around Burisma. Biden's message was clear. Hand over the prosecutor or the billion-dollar aid package gets it. And it's like he was negotiating with a Bond criminal. So there you have it, my friends. Another riveting episode in the soap opera we call politics. Pseudonyms, family ties, diplomatic high stakes. It's a thriller that's equal part Shakespeare and spy novel. And remember, folks, when you're in the world of politics, reality is often stranger and more entertaining than anything Hollywood can come up with. The question is, will this Biden story get renewed for another 4 years? My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffee Nuance Show. Best censored commentary and news show live. Right now, flame on. Yeah, Robert Peters. So House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer from Kentucky. He's demanding the National Archives release documents and communications where then Vice President Joe Biden used fake names like Robert Peters and Robin Ware. Comer wants to see these records related to Biden's official duties involving Ukraine and his son's activities there. The committee believes Biden's actions might have influenced the firing of a Ukrainian prosecutor investigating a company that paid his son. I mean, is anyone really wondering if this is true or not now? Comer wants unredacted materials to investigate possible corruption within the Biden family's Ukrainian ties. So just more mountains of evidence piling up. It really does look like it ain't going to be Joe, because they're actually reporting on this stuff, right? They're actually reporting on this stuff that many people have known about for years. Many people have talked about for years. And it just seems that now some of this is coming to light for a few more people, right? A few more people. So anyway, what happened here is it turns out that they got a little sloppy with all of their spy stuff, right? And it appears as though Joe Biden had some other names that he would have people refer to him as. So these were secret names. And so they would send communication. So, like, Biden didn't do any business with his son's business partners, but this other guy had a lot of emails with Biden's business associates. Yeah, this other guy. And the other guy's name was Robert Peters. Okay. So some guy named Robert Peters seemed to have all this communication with overseas, with all of Hunter's business partners. And it looks like that was just a pseudonym, just a fake name for Joe Biden. So more has been uncovered about this, and Comer is asking that everything is released under these fake names to find out what's really, or what really happened over there. So that's what's going on with that story. I'm sure we'll hear more about this. Let's see if I just want to do a check. Robert Peters. Let's see at this moment who's talking about it. Well, the New York Post has done a story on it. Daily Mail, Washington Examiner, who is sometimes seen as right-leaning. So far, none of the big corporate media is addressing these charges yet. However, it may, perhaps they will. Perhaps it will leak out into the corporate media. You know, if it gets into the Daily Mail and the New York Post, a few more people hear about it. So maybe the New York Times will cover it. Maybe NBC will cover it. In fact, if NBC covers this story, you can just pretty much write off that Joe Biden's done. But so far they haven't. So, yeah, so that's the story. We got a couple of stories to get to today. Not a whole lot. But first up, this might be something that may help you out. You know, folks, Google's now getting into the business of AI-powered life coaches. They've merged DeepMind with Brain to create an AI buddy that can give you advice, suggest ideas, and maybe even help you plan your next breakup. Because if there's one thing Google knows, it's how to navigate complex relationships and algorithms. So earlier this year, Google merged its DeepMind lab with an AI team called Brain to accelerate AI development and compete with Microsoft and OpenAI. The merged groups are working on tools that use generative AI for personal coaching and features, life advice and planning assistance. Despite AI safety concerns, Google's testing these tools for various tasks and scenarios. Additionally, Google is exploring AI applications in journalism. Oh, good. And the workplace. Yeah, so that's what the company is doing. How would you feel about an AI counselor where you could talk to an AI and it would listen to you and say, go through all the questioning, Well, how does that make you feel? Oh, that's interesting. Keep going. Oh, and how did that make you feel? Yeah, okay. What do you think about that? All of the questions that you would get from a counselor, now you can get them from an AI. There might be something there. Now, I would not be really excited about spilling all of my personal details to Google, right? Because many people think that Google is the deep state. Google is our State Department. Google is the CIA. They are one and the same. Many people think that. So giving up all that information, yikes. I mean, I wonder, would the government do anything to try to influence and persuade people, especially if they have access to your counselor? Probably, but who knows? It's all science fiction right now. Anyway, speaking of science fiction, let's get to this next story. Folks, Mayor Eric Adams is banning TikTok from government devices due to cybersecurity concerns. Yeah, that's a solution to crime, apparently. He thinks hackers will stop muggings by swiping right instead of snatching purses. New York City's Mayor Eric Adams, he's banned TikTok from government devices, and because of worrying cybersecurity concerns because of its Chinese ownership. The move follows similar actions by over 30 state and federal governments. Critics fear that TikTok's data collection might be exploited for spying, while proponents of the ban argue it addresses concerns of crime promotion on the app. The ban requires TikTok removal from city-owned devices within 30 days, with limited exceptions for certain cases. As a result, at New York City Mayor, TikTok account is no longer active. Oh dear. So he's not even going to be using TikTok himself on his own personal device. Well, the thing that I don't get about this, and maybe this is just like I'm like too old or something to understand this. Why would anyone think it's appropriate to put TikTok on your work phone? Right? I mean, you don't put anything on your work phone other than your work. Am I crazy? Like, how is this even a thing? Right? You want your Grindr and your Tinder and your different apps like that. Why are you putting that on your government phone? The government phone, your work phone, you shouldn't be using for anything other than work. You got two phones. You got your personal phone and your work phone. You don't do your nonsense on your work phone. I don't know. Like, to me, this is bizarre. I think anyone that had TikTok on their work phone, just fire them. Like, that's not work. I guess I just don't understand this at all. Is there another side to this that I'm missing? Like, why would you have non-work stuff on your work phone? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe someone can give me another point of view, because I just don't get it. I say fire everyone. You got TikTok on your work phone? You're done. I don't know. Probably sound like one of those old men back in my day, right? Back in my day, we used our work phone for work. Yeah, anyway. Let's talk about snakes. So these researchers risk life and limb and in the wilderness. They dodge drug traffickers. And what's their big discovery? It's a snake. Yeah, they named it after Harrison Ford. Researchers ventured into a perilous and unexplored part of South America, encountered drug traffickers, discovered a new snake species, naming it Tachymenoides Harrison Fordy, after Harrison Ford. Now, despite risks, the scientists confirmed the snake's novelty through genetic analysis. Ford, the conservationist, humorously appreciated the gesture, emphasizing the need to protect biodiversity. This highlights the importance of identifying and safeguarding undiscovered species. So that's kind of nice. As you know, Harrison Ford was Indiana Jones, and in the Indiana Jones movie, one of the running gags is that he was very afraid of snakes. So there you go. A 40-year-old joke has now become reality with the naming of the snake after Harrison Ford. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. I don't know. Good for him, right? Good for him. Anyway, I guess we need some good news. Wow, short show today. Short show, but let's get to the good news. So, you know, folks, they say Orlando's getting a self-driving shuttle to zip people around downtown. No humans needed. Just a high-tech shuttle doing its job. Now, this electric self-driving shuttle will be introduced in downtown Orlando, Florida, offering passengers a free 1-mile loop starting this month. This autonomous shuttle, capable of carrying 8 passengers, is part of a 6-month trial to gather data for future transportation planning. The service is operated by Beep, Inc., local company that already operates a similar self-driving shuttle near the Orlando airport. The initiative aims to integrate advanced technology with new mobility solutions, according to Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. So that's cool. I just want to keep bringing up these stories because I do believe we're going to turn around and these driverless vehicles will be everywhere. And people will be like, where did they come from? Now they're everywhere. And that's why I want to bring these stories to you, so you are aware that this is happening. This is actually happening. And before we know it, they're going to take over the roads. Yeah, so just prepare yourself for that. Odd, though, that that we need a driverless person to drive the little loop. Did they not have a shuttle driver before, and now we're moving to this shuttle? Or is this a brand new service? Right? I guess if you bring it in as a brand new service that wasn't offered before, then that's seen as a plus. And if it was a service before and you just took away the driver, well, that's a little different. You'd get on this shuttle, though, wouldn't you? You're down in Orlando, and you need to go from one hotel to another hotel. You'd hop on a driverless bus, right? Would you do that? Let me know in the comments, and I'll be going through all your comments in the after show. I think that's all I have for you today. Not a whole lot. Woke up kind of late, and it's a crazy day for me. I'm going to a wedding a little bit later today, so that's exciting. Because nothing says a great wedding like an outdoor 98-degree wedding, right? I mean, that's what does it. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I'll be back tomorrow for Friday, a fact check Friday, and I got a good concept for you to talk about for that. So I hope to see you then. Anyway, thanks for hitting the like button if you made it this far. I do appreciate that. And I will see you mañana and in the after show. Either way, until then, peace. Oh, X_00. I look forward to Driverless, but I have some trust issues until I can see enough data. I would agree with that. I don't think I'd want to be the first person on it, but if I get there and people have been using it for a while, I'd probably get on this driverless shuttle. Check it out. Probably doesn't go that fast. So, yeah. Anyway, lots of people checking in today over there on YouTube's. I appreciate that. For fans of The Office, it's Scarn. Michael Scarn. Don't remember that. Tasha says, I don't get the Robert L. Peters reference. Well, I hope you understand it now. That is the pseudonym for Joe Biden. You know what day it is? It's Margarita Thursday. Damn it. That's right. It is Margarita Thursday. Lucid says, I'm wait until the show's over, then heading out. Well, that sounds like a good afternoon to me as well. So cheers, Lucid. Have a good margarita today. Very nice. I think it would be fun to pretend to be someone with intense psych problems. Just mess around with the AI therapist. I don't know, because if you did such a thing, you might get reported to the real people. You know, they come in and they lock you up and they say, "Oh, we know what's in your head. You're a psycho." So you'd have to be really careful what you tell Google. I don't need AI to tell me my issues. I have 3 wives that'll do that. Ba-dum-bum. Isn't government work pretty much nonsense? A lot of it, yeah. Lucid says, I don't do TikTok. Too invasive as an app. They want access to too much other stuff. Indianapolis Jones, that's funny. Is the new steak poisonous? Don't know. I didn't read if it was or not. Lucid says, we got a dog named Indiana. Well, that's a good name. I can see a Karen yelling at the flat screens on the dash for cutting her off. I could see that as well. Doesn't Vegas have a driverless tram system? DFW Airport has something like that. It's on a rail, so it seems safe. Yeah, I've never been to anything driverless yet. I haven't tried out anything driverless yet. But, yeah. Yes, they do, Natasha. It's in an enclosed area when I was there. Okay. So Robert L. Peters is not a book or a movie character like John Galt. No. Robert L. Peters is just a pseudonym for Joe Biden. So Joe R. Biden is Robert L. Peters. So there you go. We'll see. What do you think? What do you think? Tomorrow, at this time tomorrow, do you think the New York Times will have reported this story? Do you think the Washington Post will have reported this story? Do you think NBC will have reported on this story? Because that right then will tell you if Joe Biden is still thought to be a candidate for president. Because if those talk about this story, I would guess that he's done. But if the New York Times, Washington Post, and NBC do not report on Robert L. Peters by tomorrow, I'm going to guess they're sticking with the Biden train. So we'll have to see on that. Keep a lookout, and I will let you know about that tomorrow. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful day, and until next time, peace.